All right, what's up, y'all? Rikishi, man. Rikishi is wilding, man. Why everyone wilding recently? Everyone getting on the podcast and the interweb just yelling. Damn, Rikishi's mad because he thinks that WWE is mistreating the Yeet Man, as he calls him, Mr. Jey Uso. He thinks the company is not giving him what they need to give him, alluding to not having a main roster championship, a singles championship, due to his merch sales and the obvious him being one of, if not the biggest face in the company. Rikishi thinks he should be in a different spot in his career, which, I ain't gonna lie, that's his dad. You know what I'm saying? So his dad is always going to want the best for his son. And it seems like he's not really happy with the whole Rhea budding romance story. He's not happy with the losing Money in the Bank, which I agree on that. I do think him and Melo should have won Money in the Bank. One of those two. Because I always think Money in the Bank is something that needs to be given to someone who actually needs to take that next jump. Drew McIntyre did not need to take that next jump. You could have told that CM Punk story easily. Drew McIntyre did not need to win Money in the Bank. All you had to do was Drew climb up that ladder and CM Punk push him off. That's all you had to do. And you would have got the exact same result. Drew doesn't win the championship. I don't know why they had Drew. That was one of the most stupid decisions Triple H has made so far. But it's the past. It's gone now. Let's look at the future. Jey, he won the triple threat match last night. He's going to be in the Fatal 4-Way, which whoever wins that Fatal 4-Way takes on Braun Breaker at Bad Blood for the IC Championship. Now, Jey has to lose that Fatal 4-Way. He has to. Because he's not going to beat Braun. This is Braun's first title defense. Or second. I believe his first one was against Sammy at the 2 out of 3 Falls match. But I can say it's his first one because I'm not going to count the rematch. It was a rematch. We all know the rematch was coming. I'm not going to count that. This is his first match defending the championship against a new challenger. Jey's not going to beat Braun Breaker on his first run. On his first go-around with the IC Championship. I will go as far to say I don't think Jey Uso is ever going to be a singles champion. Because if he was, he would already had it. Multiple times. If he was, he would have been the one to finish his story and beat Roman. They cared enough to pin him. But I still feel that Triple H and the WWE do not see Jey Uso as a singles champion that they can build the company around. I feel like a lot of people, even people who work in the company, which is beyond me, they don't realize that when you put a main event championship on someone like they did with Cody and Gunther, and I'm saying that those two championships specifically because those are the two main ones, not the mid-card championships. When you put those two belts on someone, you're trying to build them. You're trying to build the company on their shoulders. I don't think they believe Jey Uso can't have the company built on their shoulders. I don't think they believe Jey can hold the WWE. Could he? Is it possible? I don't think he can't. But I've been telling Jey Uso fans this for a long time. This has never been a Jey Uso hate thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I'm going off of the proof. The proof is telling me they love Jey. They'll make merch for Jey. They love making money from Jey. But Jey gets his success when he's with his brother. They see Jey as a singles champ, as a tag team champion. Excuse me. They will never see him as a single champion. They won't. Because they put him in too many positions to win a singles championship and completely going against that. I made a video a few weeks ago. Said I missed the old Jey Uso. And I missed the old Jey Uso because the old Jey Uso, that showed me this is someone that can build a company around. I'm going to be honest with y'all. World Wrestling Entertainment is not going to, or the Federation, as some of y'all call it still, they're not going to build the company around Yeet. I'm telling you right now. Yeet isn't something that Jey Uso made up or Triple H made up. Yeet was a dance that we had in Vine. Some of the kids doing the yeet, or see, they made it to where moving your hands up and down. They made it a now we're yeeting. Now we're yeeting. That's not a thing. I know what yeet is. Yeet with the bull of when he was like yeah, Glenn, yeet. That it's a dance that during Vine. Some of the kids in the crowd doing the hey, they don't even know what Vine is. Don't tell me about no yeet. Jey probably knows what the original meaning of the word is. But if you ask someone in WWE, they probably tell you that they invented the word yeet because that's the way the company works. They probably will let you, yeah, we invented yeet. They probably trademarked it. It was a dance from Vine. I bet you some people, some of the suits and ties in that company don't even know what Vine is nor seen that Vine. But you go on YouTube now, you look up yeet, you might not see that video anymore. But you will say you'll see Jey Uso now. Hold up. Let me do that real quick. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me before I go make a statement like that, I'm going to go on YouTube right now. Type in YEET and see what the first thing pops up. Oh, bro, come on now. Come on now. That was a half-court shot and I made it. I'm Steph. I keep telling people bro. You look up yeet on YouTube and the first thing that came up were 4 YouTube shorts. And 3 of those 4 were Jey Uso. One with an LA Knight segment. One where he was like, tell Rhea I said, hi. And another one where he's saying, nice to yeet you. And then another one is like a SNL skit or something. Okay, I see a yeet compilation, Vine, Jey Uso in Philly. I was there. Jey Uso again. Oh, there's Yeet the rapper. Oh, there's Yeet again, Jey Uso. And then Yeet the rapper again. Oh, more Jey Uso. So this is what I'm telling you. You know what the WWE did, essentially? The WWE colonized Yeet. They did. And it's okay. It's not a bad thing. But I'm telling you what they did. And I'm saying this for a reason. All of this revolves around the fact that they see Jey Uso right now with the whole Yeet thing. They see him as a money printer. They don't see him as a world champion. And if they saw him as a world champion or a champion, anything besides the Usos, they would have done it already. Because they gave him time after time. He fought Gunther. He fought Roman. He was in a storyline with Roman. Before this Yeet stuff even started, when Vince was still running, Jey had multiple matches against Roman where he could have been the singles champion. He could have been the one to stop Roman before he even got close to 1,000. And guess what? Even though I didn't really agree with it, it made sense because storyline-wise, Jey probably has a bigger case to beat Roman than anybody does, even Cody. Because they were doing this before Cody was still in AEW. Cody was still doing terrible work in AEW when they were booing him. No one knew he was going to come back. And Jey had multiple chances to beat Roman Reigns. But they believe in Roman Reigns because they bred Roman Reigns to get to that point. They didn't breed Jey Uso to get to that point. This company, no matter who is running creative, they only give the championship to people who they breed for the moment. Gunther was bred for the moment. He has the resume. You know what I'm saying? Roman Reigns, bred for the moment. Cody Rhodes was bred for the moment as soon as he came in at WrestleMania 38. As soon as he came in to face Rollins, you knew at some point he was going to be world champion. At some point. You feel me? So this is my thing. I will never, ever be in the sense of like, all right, well, they don't really, they need to give Jey something else. They're not going to give Jey anything else. They're not. They're not going to give Jey anything else because if they were going to, they would have done it already. They don't believe in Jey in that sense. And there's nothing anyone can do about that. They don't believe in Jey in that sense. They don't believe that he can be the one to take this company to the next level. Because if they did believe in him, they would have done it time and time again. And I'm going to tell you right now, if he ends up being the person who wins the Fatal 4-Way and goes against Braun Breaker at Bad Blood, Jey Uso, bloodline interference, Roman Reigns interference, doesn't matter. Jey is going to lose. And then his fans are going to throw a fit. And I understand why they're throwing the fit now, because now you're just teasing them. Now you're just putting him in title matches knowing he's going to lose. I understand why they're throwing a fit now. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. And I've been trying to tell people this, and it seems like I'm the only one who sees it. Meanwhile, we're actively watching the WWE create a subsection of Jey Uso, which is now a catchphrase. So he has the shirt, he has the foam hands, he has the movement of the hands, which is now being turned into a verb. A verb, right? That's verb. Yeah, verb action. Yeah, action. Yeah. It's been turned into that. Now it's Yeet, I-N-G, Yeeting. And that statement doesn't even make sense because if they were Yeeting, they'll be doing the dance. And even that wasn't called Yeeting. But this is what the WWE does. When a wrestler adopts something of pop culture, they'll grab onto it, act like it's their own, and then make money from it. It ain't nothing to cry and get mad about. That's just what they do. They've always done that. I don't know why we're acting like they don't do that. So, that is what Jey Uso is to them now. I'm not saying that's right. I think it's kind of wrong. I would love to see Jey win an IC championship. I think he should. He's been one of the most consistent superstars in this company for a very, very, very long time. But I think their story is trying to show that Jey needs his brother, which, okay, you feel me? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? I understand why they're going that route, if they're going that route. But that's why I don't believe Jey's ever going to be a singles champion. Because they've given him the ball too many times, and then right when he's about to dunk it, give me the ball back. Now start at the back. Start at the beginning and go again. They've been pump faking y'all for 4 or 5 years now about Jey. You know what I'm saying? Jey should have been a singles champion as soon as that main event Jey Uso stuff hit its top peak. Before the year even started. And a lot of people forget, and I keep saying this to people, and people act like I don't know. Jey didn't start the moving the hands up and down stuff. You know who's doing that first? Montez Ford. Yeah. Now he waves his hands to the side. Montez Ford is a good sport. Because Montez was doing that with one hand. He did it with two hands, then he did it with one hand, and then he saw that now he can't do it anymore because now it's going to be considered that he's yeeting. He stopped, and now he waves his hand, hey, I'll bring us way, let nobody can. Now he waves his hand in the air. But you can, I remember, and you can find this if you go back and watch the Street Profits matches. When they win, he would go on the turnbuckle and wave his hands up and down. Hey. They do it all the time, basically. And then after a while, he stopped doing it because that became Jey's thing. And to my knowledge, Montez didn't be like, oh, no, that's not my thing. He was like, you know what? That's what it is. Montez might be a good sport. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. This has always been happening. So Rikishi getting mad that Jey isn't being held in a super position of like being a single champion, I understand Rikishi. I really do. I understand his sentiment. I understand him wanting his son to be in a better position instead of saying yeet and being in a love angle with Rhea Ripley. Maybe that's not what he visualizes his son to be, and I completely understand that. I really do. I really, really do. But the reality of it is none of that matters at all. None of that what Rikishi said, and he has a whole podcast. He spoke about it. None of what Rikishi said matters in the slightest. At all. Because this is what this company does. And that's okay. It's all part of the game. It ain't nothing to get mad about. It ain't nothing to make a think piece about. That's what it is. And I thought more people know about this, but I guess I have to be the one to let y'all know. Yes, they don't see Jey Uso as the singles champion, as the main event man they put the name on. They see him as a catchphrase, as a dance. That's it. You know? And it's terrible because Jey is so much more than that. Jey's a good wrestler. I'll go as far as saying he's a great wrestler. You know? He's a great promo. The crowd cares about him. He has everything. He has the full package. He has the full package to be a single champion. You know what I'm saying? But Rikishi alluding to, hey, if they're not giving you what you want, you should take a break. Jey's not going to take a break, you know? Because the way it seems, Jey is fine. If Jey feels a certain way about this, I don't know. And maybe it's not for us to know. You feel me? But that's why I've never seen Jey being that single champion. I would love for it to happen. But this company does not believe in him in that way. Because right now, he is yeet. He is $3. He's merch. He's a dance. He's an entrance. That's what Jey Uso is. And that's not a bad thing. But it's less than what I'm sure Rikishi would want him to be, you know. I'm sure Rikishi would want him to be more than what he is. And like I said, I completely understand that. But that's not the reality anymore. You feel me? Jey is never going to be a Roman Reigns or a Cody Rhodes or a Rollins or a Gunther or a Punk or that's just not the tier he's on. And that's okay. The tier that Jey's on, a lot of superstars will never reach that point. The run that Jey's having right now, and for him to be as hot as he is with no championship, some superstars will die to get to that point, and they will die trying. You feel me? So Jey is not being, I don't think he's being mistreated. I don't think he should go to AEW to get a better, no. He's damn near the hottest thing in the company. He's pushing the line of being mainstream. He has people using yeet in their day-to-day language like I do. I answer questions by saying yeet now. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's just what he is. Jey's freaking amazing. But there's just some harsh truths about it. You got to tell the harsh truth. And the harsh truth is Jey, 9 times out of 10, will never be a singles champion. If I'm wrong about that, I would love to be wrong about that. I would love for one day him to reach that point. I really would. But I don't think he will. I think Jey will go down as one of the best wrestlers in the company at this point, in this boom period, to never win a championship. And I don't think he should be taxed for it. Because singles championships aren't everything. They're not. Good thing about it. Karrion Kross. He was NXT champion. That guy gets little to no reaction, and that guy's been in the company for I don't know how long. You know what I'm saying? Jey gets a lot more attention than Karrion Kross does. And Karrion Kross essentially may have, well, I think Jey might have been in the company longer than Karrion Kross. I'm not sure. Jey's been there for a long time, you know. Jey and Jimmy, the Usos have been through a lot, bro. To become where they are now as a tag team and as single superstars in their own respective rights. And this too, and I'm gonna say this too, and I'm creeping up on 20 minutes. So I'm not gonna say too much, but even though I said a lot, but I'm gonna tell y'all something that also may have affected it. WrestleMania 40. Jey and Jimmy, it could have been cut. It could have got slowed down. They could have said, we're not going to do this many spots. It wasn't a good match. Okay. That's what it was. You can like the match all you want. It wasn't a good match. And now, this tells me that the company knows that wasn't a good match. Because if we put you at WrestleMania and you do not deliver, why would we put a championship on you? Think about it. Think about all the people who've ever underperformed at a WrestleMania. Did they just win a single championship afterwards? No. WrestleMania 40 was, in a way, Jey's audition. And unfortunately, he failed that audition. He got the big entrance. Lil Wayne came out. It was crazy in there. I was jumping. Hey, I was in there. I was having the time of my life in there. It was crazy. But the match was boring. With one of the greatest build-ups, I enjoyed the build-up, the whole Bloodline story. Everything worked the way it was supposed to, except the match itself. You feel me? So, now, we're in a situation of, okay, we put you at WrestleMania 40. Your match wasn't that good, and that's the grand consensus. Why would we put a championship on you? When we have people like Cody Rhodes, who has the story and the match, Roman, story and the match, Drew, Punk, Rollins, all these people who are on the tier 1 of the company. Jey can be a tier 1 superstar as far as crowd attention, as far as pops go. But as far as productivity, he's not. He hasn't even changed his moveset that much from him being a tag team partner. Now he uses Roman's spear and he still uses the frog splash. Do I think it hurts him? No. But to be a world champion, you have to show evolution of yourself. And Jey has definitely evolved from his first form. He definitely has. I don't want to push that narrative that he hasn't evolved, because he absolutely has. But the Jey Uso hype has to be, I don't want to say it should die down. You know what I'm saying? You're allowed to be hyped for Jey. But this company is going to consistently put him in championship spots because he's a relevant superstar. So he's always going to be in championship contender matches, maybe championship matches. But very, 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 very rarely is he going to win that. And what proof do I have of that statement? Multiple IC championship matches and multiple matches against Roman Reigns, to which at any point where he got in that ring with Roman one-on-one, he could have beat him and no one would have blinked an eye. And no one's going to tell me it was only because of Roman, because no one in the world is going to tell me that every person in that creative office, all hands down, said Roman should win. I know there was at least one person that said maybe we should give this person to the main object of the story. Jey was the main object of the Bloodline story. Before Jimmy came back, Jimmy was hurt. Before Solo, before he even showed up at NXT, during Paul, Jey was the main person. And if you ask most people, not me, but if you ask most people, before Cody came back, who should beat Roman? They would say Jey, because Jey was being mentally traumatized by Roman for years. And the payoff should have came, when they had the terrible tribal combat. That could have been it too. The tribal combat match. It was not good. So he failed another audition. And that may not have been Jey's fault. That could have been a whole different thing. I'm not blaming Jey for any of these things. I'm telling you what this company sees Jey Uso as. And for some reason, Rikishi, who is a Hall of Famer, who's worked in the company, he knows a lot more about wrestling as a whole than I ever will. I ain't never wrestling. I ain't taking a bump. I'm never going to main event WrestleMania, or I ain't got no dance with Scotty Too Hotty. I'm not doing that. Rikishi has more. You know what I'm saying? It's not a who knows more about wrestling, Rikishi or some YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? But I am looking at it from a different lens, because Rikishi is looking at it from, I want my son to be the best, which is a great thing. He's a great dad. But I'm looking at it from a fan perspective, from a spectator, I like to say. I don't like the word fan. I'd rather say spectator. From a spectator's perspective, I'm looking at it from, they've put him in moments. They've proven to say, we're not going to do it. Jey is going to lose. Jey is going to lose. Jey lose. Jey lose. Jey lose. They've done it every single time. Braun Breaker is not going to change that. If he ends up in that IC championship match at Bad Blood, Jey is going to lose. Because Braun, who they've been building up to be a superhuman beast, is not going to lose his first title defense against a challenger who isn't Sami Zayn. He's not going to lose that match. Could then all the build-up you've done for Braun Breaker essentially would mean nothing. And I would say this too, they're putting more effort into building Braun Breaker than they are into Jey Uso. Because they care more about Braun Breaker. They see something in Braun Breaker that they don't see in Jey Uso. Because what is Jey again? Yeet. Y'all get it now? Do you understand what I'm saying to you now? This isn't a Jey Uso hate video. This isn't nothing like that. I'm telling you a harsh truth. The WWE sees Jey Uso as one thing. And look, if Triple H called me and said, hey, Laf, we're going to make your thing the nay-nay. What you going to do? You're going to go out there, you're going to nay-nay. Hey, we're going to make shirts, the nay-nay. We're going to revive an old dance and make it your catchphrase. Every time I go out there, yeah, Seth Rollins, I'm going to see you. I'm going to nay-nay you at WrestleMania 41. And then the crowd goes nay-nay. Hey, hey. And I get paid for it. I got the merch. I got the everything. I'll do it in a heartbeat. That's why I think Jay's happy. He gets a love angle on Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley fine. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody batting their eyes at that. And I think the Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley whole love budding thing, I think that's going to be a really fun story to watch. Jey might not even want to be a singles champion. I don't know what he wants. All I know is what Rikishi's saying. You know what I'm saying? If people are asking Jay's like, I don't care. I think. You know? Jey doesn't seem like the kind of superstar to go on social media and complain or go on a podcast and shoot. He doesn't seem like the kind of person. He just does his job and goes home, and he's great at his job. But his job right now is not world champion, and it probably never will be. And again, that is okay. Being a success is not limited to being a singles champion. But this whole Jey Uso stuff is going to have to stop at some point. It's going to have to. Because the only thing you're doing is preparing yourself to be disappointed. Only thing you're doing is watching a match and saying, yeah, maybe this time, maybe. And then you get a Braun Breaker spear, 1, 2, 3, we're going home. You get a Roman Reigns spear, 1, 2, 3, we're going home. Jay's been haunted by spears for mad long. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, Jey was going to qualify to be in the Fatal 4-Way. And it's probably going to be Jey, Ilya, I think Pete Dunne won last night, so maybe him too. The Fatal 4-Way is going to be cool. Jey might even win the Fatal 4-Way. I hope he doesn't. Because as soon as he wins that Fatal 4-Way, now you have a decision to make. Do you have Braun lose immediately after he hasn't been champion for, 2 months yet? Or do you hotshot a belt on Jey knowing that you just essentially put Braun Breaker in a bad place? You've killed off a heel to give a face a championship, and Jey doesn't need a championship. He doesn't need anything. He's fine where he's at. But let's do this to appease Rikishi. Let's do this to appease the Jey Uso fans that don't see the bigger picture here. Jey's making money without a championship. Why would they add a championship to him? Jey's not a superstar that needs a championship to be great. He's already great. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Period. That's it. That's all I've been trying to tell Jey Uso fans for years now. If they wanted to give Jey Uso a chance, there was a point where the only two people on SmackDown essentially were Roman and Jey. So if they wanted to give Jey a chance, they would have done that shit already. But they didn't, because they don't see him like that, and they never will. One day I'll be wrong, maybe. One day he may win a mid-card championship. The door is not closed for Jey. But I'm telling you what this is today, right now. And today, right now, the reality is Jey Uso will not be a singles champion anytime soon. Unless they purposely step in the way of a superstar they're building up, a.k.a. Braun Breaker. Or he turns heel and beats Cody or something. You know what I'm saying? Or if he joins the bloodline again. There's many ways you can go about it. I'm not saying it's impossible. But I'm telling you it doesn't look like this company gives a damn. And they don't have to give a damn. Because they're making money. That's it. That's all that matters. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm not even calling myself the messenger, because there's been so many other people who've been saying this too, but no one wants to listen. I'll say it too. I've been almost talking for 30 minutes. If you ain't get anything from this video, I'm going to leave y'all with this. And it's a point I made earlier in the video. If you think Jey Uso is more than just Yeet, look up Yeet on YouTube and see what pops up. And they've done that with no singles championship, no main event WrestleMania. The general definition of the word Yeet from Vine has been completely obsolete. It's been destroyed. It's gone now. And you know what it is now? It's Jey Uso's word. It's his term. It's his verb. It's a dance. It's a foam hand. It's everything besides what it was. And that's a success to the WWE. So if they see that, they're like, why are we putting a championship on him? He don't need it. Jey might be telling them, I don't need it. Jey might be telling his dad he don't need it. But no one wants to listen. So if you take anything from this almost 30-minute long video, take that. Jey Uso is Yeet. And Yeet and money are more valuable than an IC championship, a US championship, a Universal championship, or a World Heavyweight championship. And the only belts that he ever will win again probably is at WrestleMania 41, if the Bloodline is still champion, the Usos versus Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. And the Usos may end up beating them at WrestleMania 41, and there your championships go right there. But until then, Jey will not be a champion. Until this company takes a complete U-turn. And the way they're running right now, they're on the money street. So there's no reason to make a U-turn. And that's just what it is. This is officially my longest video on this channel, I think. I didn't think I'd be talking for that long, but that's been building up in my brain for a long time now. And last night I was like, here we go. I'm seeing it happen again. The fans are gonna get hyped. But it's time no, it's not. It's not time. And if it is time, they're gonna hurt Bron Breakker. And I don't think they want to hurt Bron Breakker. I think they see Bron Breakker more of a world champion than they do of a catchphrase. Bron has a woof, woof, woof. They ain't making money off woof. They making money off yeet. No championship, no main event needed. Last main event he was with his brother. And that was before he was saying yeet. Jimmy was saying yeet before Jey. Yo, see, there's so many layers to this, bro. That's how I know I'm not capping. That's how I know this is truth. Jimmy was saying yeet before Jey was. It just worked for Jey because Jey was there more and he's more charismatic. Well, I don't even think that's true. I think Jimmy's funnier than Jey. Nothing is real. Nothing is real and everything is fake, yo. You got to keep your ear to the streets, man. I'm trying to tell you. But I'm off this joint, man. This is going to be a pure 30-minute video. I'm not editing this joint. I want y'all to hear my pure thoughts. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know. If you made it to the end of this video, you a real one. If you made it to the end of this video and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You love me. You love me. It's cool. I love you too. I love you. So just, yeah, if you made it this far, end this video, thank you. I appreciate you for being here. If this is your first time seeing me, subscribe, like the video, comment down below. Let me know your feelings. Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm completely wrong about the Jey Uso thing? Let me know how you feel in the comments down below. If you like the video, subscribe. If you're new, subscribe. If you have not already, comment down below what kind of video you want me to do next. Stay safe, drink water. I love you guys. Praise God. And I will see you in the next video. Yeet.